Hello, and thank you for tuning in to today's video. I'm going to share with you one of the most fun little journals I've ever made. I think it's so much fun because it includes this extremely pretty, bright pink sari. This is a recycled piece of viscose sari, so it's a faux silk. No animals were harmed in the making of this little book. And yeah, I just cut this out with some pinking shears, but it's still shedding a lot of hairs. I kind of like that grungy look in a junk journal. I appliqued this pretty purple rose on top of it, and then I layered this. I should open it up. This bow is actually sewn right into the signature, so it's an attached closure. And it's layered over 2 layers of recycled sari fabric. This black mesh that has the embroidery and the gorgeous kind of blingy gems, and that's glued down over top of a really cool dark purple, almost quilted looking fabric. So yeah, that's the cover. And then inside, I've made a pocket on this side using this pretty mint green sari border. This is quite possibly my favorite of my sari borders. I know I say that about all of them. Guys, I only buy stuff I love to put into my journals. That's why they are junkless, because none of this stuff is junk. It's all textile treasure or paper treasure. But yeah, this is one of my favorites. I love the graphic repeat pattern, and I just love that mint green color. And the inside lining is this pretty pink piece from the same sari that I got the bow that I made. And in that pocket, I've put this little envelope that I made out of a piece of vintage book paper. I put some extra little paper sample in there that you can use either to write on or to draw on, or you can cut it up and use it for collaging. And I just love how that turned out. And this is also a pocket right there on the envelope. Then the first page has a little pocket made out of more golden trim on this pretty gilded paisley paper. And I included a picture of Saraswati, as I do in all of my journals, because she's the goddess of wisdom, the embodiment of art and culture and creativity. So it's not only a nod to the sacred tradition of India that inspires all of these books as far as the textiles go, it's also a little homage to Saraswati herself, so that you stay inspired and creatively blessed as you work in your pretty journal. This page is one of the most special. It's actually a page out of a vintage French magazine from the 1930s. And just look at the fashions these ladies are wearing. I love the hats, especially the hats. I wish hats like that would make a comeback. I would love to rock a big floral hat when I go out. And this pretty paper, some grid paper. I didn't do as much collaging or decorating in this one because the papers were so beautiful. I felt they kind of speak for themselves. This coffee dyed paper I stenciled onto with that pretty blue paint. That gorgeous paper. The center of the signature is a hand-torn origami paper mandala that I think just looks so gorgeous. And then the beaded dangles that come down the center of this one, some are these painted bohemian black glass beads that I thought really complement the black overlay on the cover. And then this one is a Tibetan inlay bead with a beautiful Ganesha charm. And Ganesha is the remover of obstacles, so keeping him in your book ensures no creative block. And so this page I had fun layering. I put some vintage lace here that can serve as a pocket. You can tuck something into it. In fact, maybe I'll include this as a little bonus. And then on the other side, I made this little flip using paper scraps that were left over from other books I make. I've mentioned in other videos I don't like to waste anything, so if there's ever paper strips left over from when I cut the paper down to go into the book, I always save them, like this little hand-torn one, and that way I can use them to decorate future projects. This page, this is the purple fabric that's on the cover. You can't really see it because it's covered up with this black overlay. So I glued a little piece down here just so that you could see how pretty and bright that purple was. I almost regretted it when I glued this black overlay on top. Almost. Not quite, because I do also love the ornate look, but yeah, the bright purple is also stunning by itself. Here's another piece of that black overlay. And this page is really special to me because when I was in India, my favorite thing to do was visit temples. And they have specific times for the worship ceremonies in those temples, and until those set times for the puja or the arti, when they pay tribute to the deities, while those are not happening, there's always a curtain or a screen so that the deity is sheltered and not constantly getting gawked at. And I just loved that concept. So here I made a fabric flip to shelter this picture of the goddess Devi. So don't worry, you can still use this page as a pocket, which is kind of what it is. I'll show you. You can kind of tuck something in there, maybe thinner than this page I'm using because it's a narrow little pocket the way I glued it down. But yeah, don't worry, it's not sacrilegious to use it because she hasn't been energized or anything, but I just thought it was a fun way to incorporate a little fabric flip and a deity all in one. So some William Morris print paper, some grid paper, more of that printed paper. The other side of this French magazine page, so the name of the designer is Montaigne, and I just loved how this came out. I didn't notice this until I had already made the book, but Grandeur et décadence de la langue française, so the grandeur and decadence of the French language. This pretty printed paper, some writing paper, the vintage music paper, some blue paper. This page is blank so you can write, draw, or collage all over it, but I did make a belly band to include a sample of this pretty paper. It's just blank on this side, but I love that print. And this pretty card I made using a printout of a vintage painting of an Indian queen, Rani, Raja Rani. And that brings us to the back of the book. Some more of this pretty gold embossed paisley paper. Here you can see that vibrant pink. On the front it's covered up with this really, really pretty mint green, but the back I left it just pink with a little pocket made of trim to hold my business card. And of course you don't have to keep my business card in here. Oops, maybe it goes like that. You can put whatever business card you prefer. Geez, I could have sworn that fit, but anyhow, I'll play with that more off camera. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little flip through. I hope you had fun looking at the book as I did making it, and I hope it inspires you to get journaling and get creative. Thank you so much for watching my video on my channel, Junkless Journals. If you liked it, please do hit the like button and subscribe and leave a comment, or come to my Etsy shop linked in the video description and claim this one for your own. Thanks so much for watching. Much love, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.